Hello, good morning, namaste. Oh, here we are at the Yoga Shala, the Jungle Shala, at Rana Eco Lodge and Yoga Retreat in Sri Lanka. It's a beautiful place. It's the middle of the country. Would you believe we're at the equator? It's chilly in the morning, so necessary a little bit of a scarf or something when meditating just around the hour here of sunrise. So today's focus is we're just going to do a gentle guided meditation, a few forward bends, a few things for the spine, just get aligned, and then sit on the mat here and do our own personal sequence. The focus is really on the audio, the birds, the surroundings. I just thought it'd be sort of nice to share. I'll maybe change the camera angle if the lighting permits, and try to capture a little bit more of the jungle here. But in any case, the objective of the share, as far as a technique that I've been trying, I think meditation, in my opinion, is a lot of just personal experience and then combining different techniques that work for you. And that's what I want to do with this series, is just share some different things that have come up over the time and experience. And right now, what I'm doing is the Pranayama alternate nostril breathing. So using the retention of breath, just for example, inhaling, making retention for 50 seconds, and then on the exhale, another retention of breath, really contracting the abdomen very strongly so that you have it very nice and tight, as you should, and then practicing the Moola Bandha, which is a perennial contraction. Some people know this as the Kegel or the muscle that you squeeze when you want to stop the flow of urine. It's a very strong internal muscle, and it really, by activating it either by a single long contraction or pulsing, either way, it's really good and very rejuvenating for the body. And combined with the retention of breath, it gives a very nice benefits as well. So an idea there. Now the thing for practicing Moola Bandha, a lot of people don't talk about or haven't seen so much discussion of it, is the seating posture. The essential and most important thing in meditation, in my opinion, is seating posture. Right now you can see I'm here in Thunderbolt. Technically, if you look at what's written out there, the idea for this posture, the posture for the Moola Bandha is the Siddha or Siddha Yoni pose. The Siddha Yoni is for women. It's just right there on the outside. And then for the men, we're supposed to sit up on the heel and really have the contact that way. So this allows for when you're doing that contraction, you can feel that you're there getting the contact and the movement that you need. Now, if you're not so flexible in the hips and you find this position challenging, what I've come up with is a yoga brick. And yes, it's a little cushion. Looks like a bicycle seat. This is actually the whole out of a massage table. Just removed it and made my own. Now, what do I do with this? Well, if your issue is the hips, there's always a workaround in yoga. There's always a solution, like I say, a yogic solution. So this one is, you're simply taking this little yogic bicycle seat, if you want to call it, and slipping under there in gracious pose. So you have your large toes touching here in the back, knees are separated here, and you get a nice, stable, vertical line for the spine, shoulders are back, and then when you're doing the Moola Bandha, or if you do Maha Bandhas, one of the other ones, with this perennial contraction, then you have some contact there, and it's a lot easier to control or feel the benefits of, or just be more aware of everything that you're doing. So again, this is just a share. I thought I'm experimenting with some things here in meditation, and I don't find so much material out there of this nature, just going through the basics and covering ways of doing it. So just thought I would add it to the YouTube channel here for Michael Sands, and well, let's begin. So what we'll do is we'll start with a single Om here. I'm going to use the bicycle seat, as it were. Remove my scarf. It's now getting a little warm. You might keep something like that, a little blanket or something for afterwards. I always like to, after a meditation session, either do an inversion or shavasana. Just get the blood circulating in a different direction, or continuing with the calm. One or the other, both very beneficial. So first we'll start with a single Om. Hands on our heart. This is a nice way to just sort of clear the mind, get a fresh start to your focus. And now I'm going to turn over to the other side. Again, the idea here is the focus being more on the surroundings than on me. So let me see if I can do a little bit more of the jungle. That looks kind of good. Okay. A little bit more sunlight there. And I'll just be off to the side here. And like I said, I'll be doing the alternate nostril breathing with the Moola Bandha. As I mentioned, we'll do a few child's pose. I like to use a brick for the forehead, just in case stiff in the morning, you don't quite reach the mat. So let's just straighten the spine a little bit. Inhale. Arms up, looking at the sky, move the fingers, maybe tickling the clouds a little bit, get the blood going. Exhale, forward fold. Just land the forehead there on the brick. Stay here for a few breaths. And inhale, gently back up. What I like to do is a few forward bends for the shoulders and for the back. Now this one will be for the shoulders. So we're lacing our fingers together, tucking our shoulders back, looking up at the sky. Inhale, deep belly breathing. And then exhale, keeping those hands raised, lowering the forehead down gently on the brick, and then going further up with the arms, just to open those shoulders a little bit. I found a couple of gentle movements like this before just jumping the meditation sequence. It's quite useful. And now, inhale, coming up. And again, reaching up. Take a deep breath here, extending the arms. And on the next exhale, a gentle twist. Take the brick, put it behind you. Should have mentioned that before. Reaching up, inhale. And exhale. Right hand of the left leg. And that left hand on top of the brick there. Just looking over your shoulder, getting a nice gentle twist. A few breaths here. I'll remove the microphone soon so you can hear for sure all these cool birds. It's like a symphony of concert here. And return to the center. Inhale, reaching up. And exhale to the other side. Left hand over the right thigh. Right hand on the back brick there. Looking over your shoulder. And inhale back to center. And now what I like to do is always make sure I have one or two forward bends, a back bend, and a twist. So for back bend, what we can do, I'll just remove the brick for a second here, come forward a little bit on the mat, is namaskara. So just scooting the hands, technical yogic term, up the spine, just supporting the pinkies there, pressing against the vertebrae. Try to bring your palms together and just looking up. Inhale, shoulders back, just very gentle back bend here. Always have to have a counter pose. But again, with a forward, one or two forward twists each side, and a back bend. You can be assured of more comfortable stance here and longer time that you can hold your meditation. And now just gently release. Fingers off to the side, maybe a little piano player, each direction. And now we'll assume our seating position here. So again, I'm going to use the cushion and the block, gracious pose. And we'll just begin first calming ourselves. Now, normally I would just do all this in silence, so to sort of create a pause and go forward here, do a head mudra, bumblebee, just to clear the mind, a couple breaths, thumbs pressing on the insides of the earlobes till you can't hear. And then after this, I'll remove the microphone. Actually, I'll move the microphone now, and then we'll go. So again, head mudra, and bumblebee. Coming in back from the throat, 3 times, teeth separated, no reverberation in teeth, and just a fresh start. care to continue, I'm going to keep recording for a few more minutes before I start teaching a class in person here. I'll be in Shavasana. You're more than welcome to join and just continue listening to the concert of the birds here in the jungle, or carry on with your meditation if you're still in your seated posture. So a few more minutes and then I'll turn off the camera. Thank you for joining. Please subscribe to Michael Sands Yoga, Meditation, and Travel Experience channel. And I hope to see you again soon.